this way. And then if you take that bicycle wheel and turn it like this, or turn it like this, now you're going to want some of the splashing hand patterns, or you guys will hear those things discussed, or plum flower patterns. And then if you start crossing them this way, right, now we're in the Kempo. I'll be dead, right? So if we combine this with this, we get this. And off to the side, right? So I'm going to, one's a slice on the way to the check, but I want to make sure that I take the knife offline first. So I step to my front left 45 degrees while doing a, but it's a circle. Even though I'm trying to be mechanical to illustrate it, it becomes one move, and it's just this. Right? And then we have, I really am lousy with technique names. There's one where you go. Darting shield. Conquering shield. So the elbow collapses after conquering shield, and then the rest will look like really familiar. We have 1, 2, conquering shield, up, but now we can change weapon formation, purpose, function, target. This thumb buries into the anterior scalenes and the carotid. These fingers latch onto the back of the skull, and what I'm going to do is take a reverse step through and bring him with me. Remember the motions we just did at the end of it? Same thing with the 5 swords. I do a big movement with one hand, I do a big movement with the other, right? So I'm going to go into an execution mode. I take my big step back, and here my outward hand sword, and I put him right where I can reach him. Ideally, I want to try to get a secondary weapon out of this, which is to put his face into my knee. And once it comes to a stop and I know where to find him, I do my inward hand sword. Right? So it's a gross amount of violence to do against somebody who just went. Right? But not if he's got a knife. If he's got a knife, I want to end him, right? So it's this circle that threads out the eye strike and checks down. As I check down, I'm sliding check. I don't want to go bippity boppity boop. Right? I want, once I get my contact, I want to not break contact. I've got a pinning check. That's not going anywhere. Now I get my knee shot, I get my eye strike. The fight is effectively over. Turn the clock on, turn the clock off. Shouldn't take you more than a half second to go, whoa! And be on your way, right? Oh crap, the guy's got a knife. Kill him! But we're sadists, we're going to punish him a little bit, right? Yeah. So we have, wow, hit, land that collapsing elbow so that I can thrust this back, and as I thrust this, I'm going to bury this thing into that anterior scalene. I've got that little hole right there. Right about where you put your fingers to take a pulse. But we're going to hook a thumb into it. Mr. Parker used this phrase about there's handles all over the human body, and people go, what are you talking about? And until you've had Mr. Parker come up and go, a bear paw his, and it feels literally like a bear's hands on and go, oh. And you get the whole, like you see these deer get down by a lion or something, and instead of fighting the last minute, once the lion gets around the neck, they go, well, you get it. You go, I'm good. Right? So we have a hit, land from here, and we land from here, we do that collapsing elbow to keep everything pinned, checked, and jammed, and then this becomes a thrust, latch on, we first step through, drive the head into the knee. Look how big my inward hand sword is. It's not point orange, I'm going big and wide like this, down as hard as I can, and I'm turning my body into the sword. Okay? I'm not sitting here horse hands. I'm turning the sword. Go back. Sorry. So it's only options to break. It won't be like a really good guillotine break, but you'll fraction the facets. You know, the facets are these little slidey, glidey surfaces where the bones move around each other. And if you jam it and then whack it, you'll break the facets, and that's a nice one because few people with broken facets leap back up. You know, you don't have to worry about that part. So, darting leads, we're all facing the same direction. We have this hand is going to come dart. It's going to be, it's almost like, again, that same darting lead thing. It comes in low, hits the eyes, and then slides down the body. And it does that while I'm stepping left. Now I'm going to ride both of these up. I'm going to spear the eyeball, kick the knee at the same time. Land forward with that dropping elbow. Turn my hand and thrust away, latch on. Now this is that bumper truck thing again. this is a reversed bow draw, right? But by myself, I'm not going to be able to, he's a pretty big guy. If I try to get a hold of him, I'm not going to be able to do it. If I get a hold of him and I move my body, and I let my body, I let the truck do the work and not the bumper, right? So I'm going to latch on that thing, dig into that space, and I'm going to get the bumper going back as far as as hard as I can, move the whole truck, and I'm going to follow his momentum over the top and down. So it's that we have that initial engagement, the position to form forward that are going to left, drop the elbow, shove the thumb, reverse step to the right foot. Right, and now we're going to turn the other direction. I'm going to hit a forward bow facing basically almost my 6. And there's my guillotine chop. Give it a shot again. We have thread, kick chop, land. Push forward, get that grip in, reverse step through. And I'm going to forward bow facing this direction. I'm going to basically go neutral, forward the other. And allow the rotation around the central axis of my body to drive the power into the blow. Break off, give it a couple shots.